What was the most frightening moment for you?
You know, I had no secrets from Mrs. Gandhi, the Prime Minister. I used to see her every morning at her house. At 8:30, I'd have coffee with her. There'd be all the crowd outside, and we'd walk outside. I'd tell her everything that had happened in the last 24 hours and what I intended doing in the next 24 hours. About the 5th day of the conflict, I'd gone there. Everything had gone wrong. The Navy had lost the kukri. The Air Force had lost a lot of aircraft on the ground. My advances in Bangladesh were halted. And as usual, I'd gone there, had coffee, and I said, Prime Minister, I've got bad news for you. I told her what had happened. And she looked at me and smiled. You can't win every day, Sam. And then she turned around and said, anyway, Sam, we won't tell anybody. We'll still go outside, let everybody know as if nothing has happened. About 10 o'clock in the morning, I was in my office, in my operations room. Everything was going according to plan. I rang up. She was in a cabinet meeting. And I told her, Sam, she said, yes. I said, everything's going beautifully. She put the phone down, thank you. She dismissed the cabinet. And then she rang up, please, Sam, come over, quickly, come over. I said, everything's going all right, yeah? She said, please come over. I went and saw her, and I told her what. She said, I was so worried. Were you worried? I said, of course I was worried.
You got on very well with her.
I got on well with her.
Would you say that one of your strengths was your ability to get on with Mrs. Gandhi, to win her confidence, but also to get her to accept your judgment?
Well, she and I got on well. She trusted me. I trusted her. I never kept anything back from her, and she never kept anything back from me.
Is it true that she allowed you to choose the date on which India was prepared to actually take up arms and go to war?
Yes, she asked me, but I wouldn't tell her. I wouldn't tell her. And she said, please tell me, sir. I said, then everybody will know. She said, I won't tell anybody. So I said, it'll be on the 4th of January. She said, why the 4th? I said, 4 is my lucky number. I was born on number 4. My wife's birthday is on a number 4.
But you chose 4th of January, not 4th of December.
4th of December.
4th of December.
I commanded 4 Corps. Mr. Krishna Menon had an inquiry on me on the 4th. I was exonerated on the 13th. I'm living in 4 King George's Avenue. So it's going to be 4th at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And she accepted?
And she said, don't change your mind, Sam.
But you also have revealed something else. The letter 4 and these sort of coincidences mean a lot to you. Are you superstitious?
I'm not superstitious. When I was the commandant of the infantry school in Mao, there was a palmist chap or somebody who'd come to see me, and I don't like to meet all these people. And he turned around and said, you know, you should have been killed on the 22nd of February. And I said, I think you got it wrong. I was wounded, very badly wounded on the 21st. He said, sir, you can cut my throat. It must be the 22nd. So I said, I will too. As I was walking across, my wife was coming down. I said, can you remember, darling, when I was wounded? And she said, yes, on the 22nd.
But it adds up to 4. That's probably why you survived.
That's 4.
An amazing coincidence. Field Marshal, let me take you back to the Bangladesh War. To what extent did you win because the Pakistan military leadership proved to be incompetent? For instance, I gather they had no fallback strategy to defend Dhaka.
No, it's not true. The Pakistan army in East Pakistan fought very gallantly, but they had no chance. They were 1,000 miles away from their base. I'd had 8 or 9 months to make my preparations. I'd got a superiority of almost 15 to 1. They just had no chance, but they fought very